Welcome everyone, my name is Jaria and this video is about the Chinese method of using joss paper or ancestor money to honor your ancestors. So I just wanted to clarify that in my own Hindu religion and other religions, I would observe, people they would do veneration for their ancestors and life goes on. But when people use ancestor money, the experience is very different, and I have personally seen people get life-changing results overnight. And at the time of doing this video, if you were to type ancestor money on a Google video search, there are nearly 700,000 videos on the subject. This is a clear indication that there's an increased interest from people all over the world who are seeking information on how to venerate their ancestors. And for those who do not know who the Jade Emperor is, he's the ruler of all the heavenly abodes. He's also depicted on ancestor money. So this is one of the notes. And he is the ruler of all the heavenly abodes. So when you're in the early stages of using ancestor money, it can be very exciting, but after a while there are some of us who want to ask the Jade Emperor for more assistance for their ancestors, but they're not quite sure what to ask for. So I designed this little prayer, and it gives you a better understanding about some of the challenges that your ancestors may face in the afterlife. And everyone who I ever shared this with, they all got very positive results. So it starts like this. You address the Jade Emperor with lighting 3 joss stick, and this is what a joss stick looks like. It looks like ordinary incense, but it's more bland. Then they have larger ones like this. They have bigger ones like this with gold bars and dragons and stuff. Then they have some that are as huge as 30, 40 feet tall, wide like a lamppost. They use those for special ceremonies. So anyway, you light 3 joss stick, look up at the sky, and you address the Jade Emperor by saying, "Most venerable Jade Emperor of the Heavenly Golden Palace," 3 times. Then you return to your altar, you hold the ancestor money, the joss stick, and you begin to pray for your ancestors. And you can start by saying the following: "Most venerable Jade Emperor of the Heavenly Golden Palace, please bless my offering with your divine energy and multiply it sufficiently so all my ancestors and spirit guides from my current lineage and all of my past life lineages can use it to settle all their outstanding accounts and dissolve all their negative ancestral karmas. Please bless my offering with the power to cancel and destroy all contracts, technologies, rituals, unfulfilled promises and agreements, and break every chain and shackle that keeps any of my ancestors and spirit guides in bondage. Please open all the gates that block them, heal them, cleanse them, set them free, and grant liberation to my entire ancestral lineage. Please dissolve all generational curses and negative bonds between myself and all my ancestors and spirit guides. Most venerable, highest Jade Emperor of all embracing, sublime, spontaneous existence of the Heavenly Golden Palace, please grant me these favors. And I ask all my ancestors and spirit guides to please forgive me for anything that I may have done in any of my past lives or present life that could have created any bondages between us. And I grant permission to all my ancestors and spirit guides to intervene in my life for my highest good, and I give thanks for all the gifts that they bestow onto me." So when you finish, you offer a fruit or flower to the Jade Emperor, you place a glass of water on the ancestral altar, and then you burn the joss paper offering for your ancestors. So there's an attached PDF, and you can print it. It would have this prayer on it, and modify it as you see fit. So there are many online tutorials that clearly explain the general benefits of using ancestor money, but I would like to offer a different perspective. The average living person today can have easily over 100,000 bloodline family members living across the planet, and their ancestors can easily number in the millions. So using ancestor money or making food offerings to your ancestors is about giving energy to them so that they can settle their accounts, dissolve their negative karmas, break free from the cycle of birth and death. It is also about freeing yourself and future descendants from generational curses and ancestral blockages. So many of your ancestors, they hold powerful positions in the universe. Not all of your ancestors are in hell suffering. Some of them are in what you call the 5th dimension or higher realms. So in the 5th dimension, time does not exist. And when our ancestors and spirit guides look at us on earth from the fifth dimension, the way that they experience time, it is very different to how we experience it. They can see past, present, and future all happening simultaneously. And this vantage point gives them the clairvoyance to help you with great precision. Some of our ancestors who reside in these very high dimensions, they are very intelligent and they have zero value for money. At that level of consciousness, they are more concerned that you realize who you are and what contracts you have to complete in this life. And then they will guide you on how to complete these contracts to the best of your ability and to grow and evolve spiritually. Their thinking has absolutely nothing to do with vanity and materialism. So remember that your ancestors and spirit guides are not only guiding you, but they are also guiding thousands of your other living descendants who are located all over the planet. And they have important things to do in the universe. They are not just sitting in the clouds waiting for you to burn a piece of joss paper to try and summon them for help and power. They want you to have the free will to do whatever you want to do, even though some of the choices that you make can cause you to hurt yourself. They will still be there to guide you through it and hope that you learn and grow from the mistakes that you make. They prefer to work in a non-intrusive way so that you do not even know when they intervened in your life. So your ancestors and spirit guides, they will always be there for you, but you have to understand, you cannot go and intentionally commit serious crimes like theft, murder, sexual unfaithfulness to your companion, and then expect the ancestors are going to protect you from the bad karma that you are creating. They do not want you to worship them like gods either. They just want you to have the clarity of mind to be the best that you can be. And if life gives you something that you do not want, instead of being ungrateful and rejecting it, you need to be aware that this thing that you are being presented with, it could be a predestined contract that you agreed to before you took birth on this planet. An example of that is some people, they say that marriages are prearranged in heaven and consecrated on earth. So you need to be objective enough to consider that this thing that you are being given, it can eventually position you to develop skills or contacts with people who can help you later on in life. You need to be mature enough to accept that the ancestors will not give you everything that you ask for, because some of the things that you seek can hinder your growth and block you from discovering your true purpose. So whenever they bless you with something like a job or a car, you have to honor them by giving thanks. That's a given. But you also have to maintain the thing that they were given to you. So if they give you a car, keep the thing well maintained and cleaned. And do not waste their gifts by neglecting it, because this car represents their collective blessings in a physical form. And you have no idea what condition they are in and what they may have had to sacrifice in order to help you. So one day, we will all become ancestors. And how do you want to be remembered? And what kind of ancestor do you want to be? So concerning this artwork, you would observe around the Jade Emperor there is a DNA strand, and inside of the DNA strand and around the DNA strand there are many different mantras that have been used by mankind for thousands of years for healing, liberation, and to dissolve negative karmas and bondages. So these ancient mantras are just some of the things that helped me when I was going through my dark challenges, and maybe it could be of help to people who are looking at this video right now. So there are lots of people who are interested in mantras for spiritual protection and black magic removal. And if you research these mantras, they are very comprehensive in nature, and they offer many benefits that range from dissolving karma to spiritual protection and black magic removal. So sadly, there are many people, they are just conditioned to go and pay some spiritual person to do rituals to help them overcome black magic or get spiritual protection or change their luck. And for these particular mantras used here, for them to work properly, this is something that you have to recite daily and cultivate the energies and the merit associated with it to help you overcome your bad karma and remove whatever negativity and get protection. So using these mantras, it's about helping yourself and growing spiritually. So the key is daily cultivation. And these mantras, they also offer protection from natural disasters and things like earthquakes and hurricanes. So I just wanted to clarify that in Tibet, they do have earthquakes. And these ancient mantras are not meant to stop an earthquake, but give you the guidance and strength and courage and protection to go through these disasters as safely as possible. So one of the monks that I follow, his name is Lama Zopa, and on his official online store, he has a PDF called Thang Thong Gyalpo, So you pay like a minimum $1 donation and you download the file. And there was an earthquake that destroyed all the houses in a particular area. Only 2 were left standing. And these 2 houses, they had a prayer and an image of Thang Thongayalpo hanging on their walls. So I'll leave a link for that particular file on my website. And apart from all the other comprehensive benefits that these ancient formulas offer, the meaning for all the mantras in the artwork are contained in the attached PDF. So you can go on Google, do your own research to learn more about these mantras, or you can recite it to help yourself or dedicate the merit from reciting the mantras to help your ancestors. So I've also included another mantra for the Jade Emperor, and it is pronounced as Yu Huang Shi Zui Tian Zong. And when pronouncing this mantra, do it in an affirmative and a confident tone. This mantra was given to me by a friend from Malaysia, and he did not want to be acknowledged. He just told me that the knowledge is for free. So I also checked this mantra with another temple that is dedicated to the Jade Emperor, and they confirmed that this is a real and true mantra for the Jade Emperor. So another thing, in Tibet, most of the Sanskrit mantras contained in this artwork, it's recommended to be hung over your door or over your bed, so that every time you pass under it, the ancient text says that some of your bad karmas will be removed and dissolved. So in my attempt to modernize the way that these ancient healing and liberation formulas are used, I created a fusion of very high resolution art that combines all these ancient formulas that you could simply print and hang in your home. There's another special formatted version designed to fit on your cell phone. There's another version that you could use as wallpaper on your desktop or laptop computer. And all the images are high resolution, so they can be easily magnified and printed in very large sizes, and the quality will not be diminished and the clarity will remain. So for those who are interested in getting large amounts of ancestor money at bargain prices, I would recommend Mr. Alex Teo at Bankaha Trading in Singapore. So he and his staff, they are very professional and his prices are the best. And there are many online publications and videos about Mr. Alex Teo and his Joss Paper store. The first time I ever bought Joss Paper from him was in 2015, and the most economical way to get Joss Paper out of Singapore is by using a priority package from a service called Speed Post, which is available in the Singapore post office. So the maximum weight per box that you could ship with Speed Post is 20 kilograms. So it would make sense for a few people to come together and make a big order. So this is what the box looks like. It could hold roughly 20 kilograms. Anyway, so when I visited Alex's shop in 2019, the amount of Joss Paper that I got for around 450 US, I was not able to physically carry it. Alex transported me back to my hotel, which was on the other end of Singapore at no additional cost. And all the Joss Paper and Joss stick I got from him was of very high quality. It was enough to fill 2 large suitcases, 1 carry-on, and 3 other boxes that I had to ship with Speed Post after. So I'm not interested in selling Joss Paper, but if people in my country would like to, we all get together and make one big purchase, we could then benefit from at low price. So finally, I would like to acknowledge Chris Enlightened, S. Ali Myers, and Oye Son, formerly known as Coach Kair. And I hope that these guys are not offended that I mentioned their names, but their collective teachings are what gave me the understanding to develop this. And this video is my simple way to give respect and honor to these teachers. And I just wanted to state for the record, I am not a guru, I am not a holy person. I just had some very, very dark situations to deal with, and some of the practices in this particular video and my other videos are what I use to help me overcome these challenges. So to get a copy of this presentation, just click on the link at armyofancestors.com. Everything that I offer on my website is 100% free, but if anybody wants to make any donation, there is the option to do so via PayPal or any type of cryptocurrency listed on Kraken. And for everyone who donates, please send me an email and how much you sent and your contact information, because later on I would like to send little tokens of appreciation to everyone who supports me. So this is Jaria. Thank you all and best of luck to everyone.